Gemini, let's go ahead and get into your reading for the, well, give me a second. I actually want to mention firsthand, I put up a video titled All Signs, All Hands on Deck. It's in regard to my friend Anton Tippett. He is dealing with cancer, has no more money at this time, and is needing to go to Mexico because he doesn't have doctors here that will treat him. He needs stem cell treatment and has been to Mexico before and received a lot of really, really helpful treatment there. So this is kind of a dire situation. I don't ask for money from anybody. I've never tried to sell you guys anything, but if you can donate $5, $10, whatever you have, like literally anything, $2, I'm going to link his GoFundMe page in the description box below. It's very important, and I appreciate your help and assistance. I really do. So let's get into the energy for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the last portion of August 2019. Last portion of August 2019. Please show me energy for the sign of Gemini. Last portion of August 2019. Last portion of August 2019 for the sign of Gemini. You guys were dealing with a lot of really, really hard energy last time. And it resonated for a lot of people. A lot of people. Show me the energy present for the sign of Gemini. What is Gemini dealing with? Show me the energies in the transformation. Show me what is moving forward with Gemini. So you have the King of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Primarily Scorpio energy. Show me more for Gemini. Show me more for the sign of Gemini. Show me more for the sign of Gemini, please. Justice, Libran energy, honesty, truth, trying to heal situations, trying to mend understanding. Give me more for Gemini. Five of Swords in reverse, excellent. Letting go of things that have been stagnant, trying to heal from problems, somebody being honest with themselves, honest with their feelings. The King of Cups is somebody who is also more open to communication. They can be more on an emotional level. They want to connect, they heal, they want to love, they're very nurturing. That's a far cry from the reading that we gave you last time, Gemini, but it feels like some energy here is shifting. Somebody wants to be open about things, honest about things, bring closure to certain pain. Show me more for Gemini. Temperance. So a card of reconciliation, but more so a card of healing, a card of balance, opening things up so we can, well, not even opening things up, looking at ourselves, looking what we contribute to situations, and it's not just the other person's fault. Sometimes it is, but what is that connection between us? What is that core problem that keeps popping up over and over again? And why do we stay in it? Why do we allow it to happen? And how is it being contributed by both of us? It's not just one person. Relationships are a duality. They're a combination of two people. If you have somebody or yourself who either is depressed and shuts off, is manipulative in their conversation, and they can be manipulative not intentionally, they can just shut off and it drives you crazy. They don't contribute to things in as far as like communication. How do you balance that out? How do you bring justice to that? How do you bring awareness to that to both people? Where is it in your situation that you each need to work? What do you each need to work on? If there is much to work on at this point anyhow. Show me more for the sign of Gemini, please. So you have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is a card of not wanting to commit, not wanting to communicate anymore, where we shut off our energy. It's a card of boredom. It's a card of solace. It's a card of not accepting an offer, making an offer, choosing to be by yourself in a way. Show me more for Gemini. This was at the bottom of the deck for that. This is the Page of Cups. Let's get some more and we will finish off there. Ace of Swords. Show me more for Gemini. Two of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So in regard to all of this, the overall energy here presiding over the reading is the Nine of Pentacles. So many of you know from seeing tarot readings, you have an understanding of the tarot cards. A lot of you are tarot readers. With the Nine of Pentacles, we have an energy where we are choosing to step away from things that are not working in our lives. And what we step towards is an energy of, okay, well, let me conquer my situation. Let me put diligence and duty into what I need to receive what I want. You know, it's creating a game plan. It's starting to work on your things. It's accumulating finances, accumulating your value. You're cultivating your value, cultivating your self-worth, opening yourself up to the potentials of life by stepping away from things that don't work for you. And it's kind of a fine-tuning moment where you're really starting to get together with yourself, connect with yourself, feel confident about yourself, feel satisfied with your actions in regard to how you take care of your life. If you're not there yet, it feels like that energy is looming. It feels like that energy is starting to become more desirous. You go, okay? So you may have a water sign who wants to connect with you again, or at least communicate this. They may be acting very loving at this time. They may be wanting to heal something with you, open the communication lines of communication. I think right now, though, it's like you may be open to an apology. You may be opening to understanding more of the situation. But overall, going away is most tempting. With the Temperance card and the Four of Cups here, it's like, I know I placed the cards in the way I did, but even with these two cards, there's a divide here. There's a divide between them. They're not just sandwiched together. What I'm feeling is the desire to understand this better, but maybe not go into it anymore, you know? I know a lot of people are like, no, I'm done, that's it. And that can be it. But, you know, life isn't like that. Often people aren't just like that. People do have a fair amount of compassion, understanding, awareness, empathy. And it's important to express that, even if somebody's been, you know, if they've been absolutely terrible, no. But, well, I can't tell you no. I can't tell you. I would be interested in healing a situation, even though I'm not intending to be in it any longer. That's how I've done my relationships. I only have 2 ex-boyfriends that I do not talk to at all. And that's because they removed themselves from my life, because that's how they operate. You know, every other boyfriend I've ever had, they're like my brothers. Like literally, my ex-boyfriend lives 2 blocks away from me and is friends with my partner. So, anyways, here it feels like we want to have a communication. Somebody wants to apologize with this Page of Cups. They want to bring some sort of balance back. I think here that may be fine and well, but it's about letting go, shedding problems. And if this situation has been too problematic for you, why maintain it? You know, why maintain it? Instead of trying to balance your energy with this person, what about balancing your energy towards yourself by taking yourself away from this equation? with this card here, the Nine of Pentacles, it crowns right above the Four of Cups and the Temperance card. It's highlighting the effort that will be taken here if you choose to leave this situation. It brings balance back to you. This is a card of contentment, albeit by yourself. It's a card of contentment. Feeling at ease with your own direction in life. Feeling like, I've done this. I feel good about myself. It's a pat on the back in many ways. It feels here like you're open to the potential for honesty with this Ace of Swords. It feels like you're open to an apology here. But again, we have this final card of balance. What brings you true balance? Does being back in this situation cause you to juggle, cause you to be confused? You know, I'm very curious what comes out here for the true intentions of the King of Cups. If this person is just presenting themselves as loving or wanting to heal something or make sense of something, or do they really actually mean it? You know, they have Justice next to them, which is talking about honesty, truth, bringing light to things that have been cloudy, you know. But I think over here, for overall, your mind is kind of already made up. So let's go ahead and clarify this reading for the sign of Gemini. Show me the King of Cups. Show me the King of Cups. There you are, Gemini. You have the Queen of Swords popping out. Here at the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Wands. So this is going to be communication with you. Whomever this person is, they want to communicate with you, and I think they're wanting to show you some sort of emotional connection. They're wanting to bring that back to life. But with the Queen of Swords is somebody who's been through the ringer. She's been exhausted by dealing with bullshit in regard to relationships. She's had enough. She's exhausted by people's lies, manipulation, mental frustration, mental chaos, which in a way can totally ruin a relationship if somebody is just allowing that to run rampant in their experience. When people are depressed, when people have chemical imbalances, it can play a huge factor in the relationship and how it goes. This is also a card where just people, the Five of Swords upright is a card where people are, somebody can be, like I said, manipulative, but what's that term? You win the battle, but not the war. It's like fighting for no reason, just being an asshole, you know, that kind of energy. Why would we want to maintain that? And it feels here like you've been through enough for justice to be popping up with the Ace of Swords. You have this energy here where somebody wants to balance things out, but I think you've had enough here with the Five of Swords in reverse and the Four of Cups. You're open to communication, you're open to honesty, but you don't have to do more than that. Show me the Justice card. So clearly you saw that. You have the Magician popping out sideways, and you have the Page of Cups. I'm sorry, you guys, I have to clear my throat. I do have water here, but I feel like I'm getting sick. I have clients that I work with. I do physical rehab and massage therapy with treatment clients, and sometimes they say they're not sick when they are. So now I'm waking up with like warm head and coughing throat. The Magician here coming out in reverse, it's essentially a card where we are on the fence. Do we go through with this? Do we not go through with this? What have we experienced so far? The Magician is going to be twofold here. So in your experience, or whomever is resonating with this, the Magician is a card of moving forward, taking initiative in regard to what you want, making things happen, utilizing all of the skill sets and understandings that you have in regard to the situation and moving on positively. Sometimes this card in reverse can, well, not sometimes, I mean, in reverse, this card is a manipulative person. This card is back and forth. They don't really have your best intentions at heart. They'll do what they can and do what they want and gather what information they can so they can have their agenda being met. It's not something to trust. Here, 50-50, it's just that, 50-50. What are you actually getting here from this conversation, this person, the intentions behind this person? It's Aries card as well. Aries energy. It's like, I think it's twofold in a way, because what do you want? How do you go about it? What are you going to do about it? Like, do you want to give back to this if this person is giving you some honesty? Or do you want to go on your own and do your own thing? Now, in regard to that person, are they actually giving you honesty, or are they giving you half-truths, half-actions? Actions speak louder than words, you guys. And I think it's important to pay attention to the actions that have already happened, especially with this Five of Swords in reverse. For you to be blocked in a way where you're not wanting to move forward with somebody with this Four of Cups, you know, you have the option of... at the bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. You have it here twice. It's presented here twice. So with this Justice card and the Magician I want to say in reverse, sideways coming out, you have somebody who's wanting to communicate. The Page of Cups is about offers of honest emotional connection. It is apologies most than anything else a lot of the time. It's apologies as well. The card has a multitude of meanings, but what I'm feeling here is an apology. It's like they want to speak the truth, but they're going to be met with this blade, this sword, because you're tired here, the Queen of Swords. Show me the Five of Swords in reverse, please. Show me the Five of Swords in reverse for Gemini. Show me the Five of Swords in reverse for Gemini. Okay, so another card that's popping out on its side. Who is it? Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is all about conflict, frustration, somebody needing to be right all the time, somebody having to have the last word, somebody trying to make you think their way, make you agree with them all the time. Here, it's halfway. And it falls on the Magician. So it's like this person, it's like you're in constant conflict with them, back and forth, back and forth. What do you trust? What do you know? I would say go with what you know. Go with how they've shown you how they can react and be. Even if they are apologizing, even if they are trying to come out of this, like, you know, sometimes the proof is in the pudding. Sometimes people will show you over and over again who they really are. And it's your job to believe them or not. If you give them more and more chances, that's on you. And it doesn't mean you're dumb. It doesn't mean you're bad. It doesn't mean you're slow. It means you have compassion, you have empathy, you have love for somebody. But maybe it's time to turn that love towards yourself. Maybe it's time to balance out your own energy and take some time for yourself and not engage here. Be open to apologies, be open to truth, but that may be it. At the bottom of the deck for that, you have the Eight of Cups. So this is talking about walking away. The Hierophant. So the Hierophant can talk about school, organizations. Yes, it can talk about reconciliations. I don't feel that, though. Some of you, if you do walk away from this, maybe engaging in school or activities where you're learning different things. Show me Temperance. Show me Temperance. You have the Page of Pentacles here for Temperance. Page of Pentacles is an energy of, it's a youthful energy. It can talk about a child. You have pages here, both. You have Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, both energy regarding children. If it's not a child, it's more so energy of a slow beginning, just a teeny little, like putting the seed in the ground type of beginning. It's starting over, okay? I think that this is part of the message that this person wants to give you, starting over here. But you're already at the 9. You know, you're at the 9 here. This person is just wanting to offer a small beginning, an immature beginning. It comes from a level of immaturity, whatever this offer is. And I don't know if this is going to be enough to balance your energies out with this person. Give me one more for Temperance. So you have that again. You have a lot of cards flying out on their sides today. So the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is an energy where we are deeply in heartache, heartbreak, frustration, emotional distress, not knowing how to trust our heart or our mind in regard to love, being uneasy about it. In reverse, it's letting it go. Here, Again, sideways energy. It's a 50-50. So what does this offer bring? Aside from being something that is emotionally immature, some offer that is slow, very, very slow in coming, an offer that is, again, this line of, do I trust this person? Can I trust this person? What they're offering isn't seeming to be enough. It's like you're on the fence. It's like, you know, going back into this or remaining in this will give you this like sense of waffling in and out of this emotional disruption. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Pentacles. You have the Two of Pentacles here as well. It's talking about balance. It talks about the desire and need for balance. What makes sense for you in your life? Here, a card of emotional balance, balancing between yourself, people, and balancing what you want. Show me the Four of Cups. So, side card, you have the Two of Swords. I'm going to read this upright. I feel it's upright. The Two of Swords is essentially a card where I'm going to read it both ways, upright and in reverse. That's how I feel I'm supposed to read it. So upright, this card is about stagnation, mental disruption. It's confusion in regard to the direction you want to take with somebody. It's a stalemate, it's stagnancy, it's somebody being silent and giving you the silent treatment, you know. Has this been going on in the past? Has this been a disruptive factor in this situation? And you're trying to turn yourself away from it? Here, coming out sideways, it's like, I'm having a hard time letting it go. I don't know if I should give this person more chances. I don't know if I should give this person any more of my time, my energy, my love. It's all tied into this brokenheartedness, this pain, this anguish here. In reverse, this card talks about making up your mind. It can talk about people communicating, the stalemate, the silence being, you know, opened up for clarity. But sometimes it is just a matter of, I'm going to let this go, especially clarifying for the Four of Cups. I don't want to deal with anybody. I don't want to make an offer here. I don't want to take your offer. I don't want to accept it. I would rather do things in my life that make sense for me and nurture myself versus being in this situation over and over and over again. Show me the Page of Cups. Show me the Page of Cups, please. So for the Page of Cups, you have the Four of Swords. The Page of Cups with the Four of Swords and the Hangman at the bottom of the deck. So what this is telling me is if you do receive some sort of apology here, it is a sense of closure. It's a sense of being able to shut that chapter, you know, but it's going to require you to take time. It's going to require you to heal. With the Hangman, this is also an energy that I'm picking up where you need to allow them to speak their mind, speak their truth. You know, it doesn't have to mean that you have to go back with them, but don't interject and you can interject, but like don't try and shape it the way that you feel it should be. Just allow them to speak. Allow them to express what it is that they truly need to express. This relationship doesn't seem like it is stable enough to move forward. If this isn't your reading, you're going to know it because it won't be resonating. It'll probably be pissing you off because you're like, no, that's not fucking my reading. Well, if it's not your reading, it's not your reading. Click off. But a lot of you guys were really, really expressive in what was going on last time. And I think that this is part of it. This is part of it. This is the aspect of closure, you know. And even if you're not getting closure from somebody, this also, Four of Swords, can be an energy where we are shut off, where we take ourselves out, where we remove ourselves. This may be a situation where somebody does need to apologize and they're turning a blind eye to you. They're being stagnant, you know, and they're not doing anything about it, which is essentially a cry for them to understand themselves better. But some people don't do that, you know. If you have the Magician coming out halfway with the Five of Wands here, you know, sideways, Three of Swords sideways. You know, it's like everything is back and forth, confusion. This is more so indicative of their energy. But you already have your sword drawn here with this Queen of Swords. You already have the mindset of, I think I need to do things on my own. This doesn't make sense for me anymore. How can I balance out an energy with somebody that I'm not seeing eye to eye with? How can I balance out my situation with somebody where I'm constantly worried that they're going to slip back into that type of behavior? Show me the Ace of Swords. Okay. So you saw that for all of my cards are upright. If they flip, they flip. Now you have the Page of Cups in reverse. So the Ace of Swords here, this is the potential for somebody to give you honesty, openness, correct what is wrong, give you an apology, bring truth and clarity. Here, this may not come. Here we have an energy, again, this situation where I'm feeling like some of you are going to be dealing with somebody who knows they need to apologize to you or come clean or be honest with you. And they've taken themselves out of the equation. They're just shut off and blocked out, which is causing you to really look at yourself and take inventory of what you want in your life. Do you want to be with somebody like that? I don't think you do, Gemini. The Ace of Swords, again, clarity, truth, having a clear mind, understanding what it is that you need to release, trimming the fat, you know, letting go of what hangs off of you. It's not comfortable anymore. Also, with this Page of Cups in reverse, this talks about somebody who is emotionally disrupted. They're depressed. They have sometimes chemical imbalances, emotional issues. They are immature emotionally. Again, the energy that I picked up from the beginning of this reading with this Five of Swords, that's what it feels like most resonates with. But at the bottom of the deck, I do want to mention that you have the Two of Wands. So moving forward towards something that you want, moving forward towards something that feels better. The Two of Wands, he's got the world in his hand. He has that staff in his hand. You know, he's ready to take on the world. He looks ready. Is that you, Gemini? I think it is. I think it's you. So the message behind that is, even if you don't get the closure that you're asking for, receiving, some of you will, some of you won't. If you don't get that closure, it's time to cut it out. And I feel you're wanting to cut it out anyhow. And also, I do want to mention too, if you don't get the closure, if you receive communication but don't get closure in the way that you wanted it to be, don't hold on to that. It's that hangman energy again. Like, don't interject. Don't try and mold it to what you want. Just let the person speak their thing and remove yourself from the situation. Take yourself back. Observe it. That should be enough. Show me the Two of Pentacles here for Gemini. Show me the Two of Pentacles for Gemini. So with the Two of Pentacles, you have the Moon in reverse and you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So interesting energy. Again, here at the bottom of the deck, just like I was talking about, we have the Hangman again. Allow the person to communicate with you what it is that they need to say. If they are not saying anything, if they don't come forward, if they are digging their heels in and choosing to be this turd and tyrant, it's a no-go. But by doing that, you know, you allow yourself to open up. You allow yourself to not be emotionally disconnected from what you need in your life. You know, when we enter into these types of situations, especially if we stay within them for so long with these types of people, it has an effect on us. It has an effect on us. It can cause us to distrust ourselves, distrust our thoughts, our emotions, the way that we process love, the way that we feel that we're deserving of love. You deserve love. You deserve connection that is reciprocal and equal. You deserve a considerate partner who is genuine and kind and, you know, accommodating for your faults. I'm not saying they're just, you know, be an asshole and they'll accept you, but like, you know, if you do something that's not so easy to deal with, they're not ready to just throw you out the door. They want to pay attention. They want to listen. They want to understand. They want to heal. That's the type of energy you need to be in with a partner. That's a partner, you know. This is somebody who is very confusing, emotionally disruptive, and it's not easy to deal with. But I think if you truly do aim to balance your energies out, if you truly do aim to get out of this situation, you're going to bring yourself out of a heap of emotional disruption. And I think you'll be able to trust yourself better than this. This is all about trusting yourself and the direction that you're supposed to go in. What do you feel drawn to, Gemini? It doesn't feel like this person. It feels like you feel drawn to something better for you. So, to pull for this Nine of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Swords. So this is essentially you giving yourself the potential and opportunity for greater things, bigger things, things that involve stability, abundance, money. And guess who did it? You. It might be time to take yourself out of this and focus on your life. Even if this is not just financial abundance, it's abundance within feeling satisfied and satiated by what you did. Exiting a situation if it's not giving you the clarity you need. Exiting a situation if it doesn't offer you honesty and reciprocation. Queen of Swords, bottom of the deck. Again, twice she's come up in your reading. This is you guys. This is an energy where we are trusting our understanding of the situation. We don't sugarcoat things. We are not trying to, pull the wool over our own eyes. We are accepting what is because we've been through so much pain and frustration. Why would you choose to maintain it? Why would you choose to hold on to the energy? That's not something that's easy to let go of, but with the Queen of Swords, it's something where we are better suited to make that decision, make those types of decisions. We are better equipped to allow something to drop away from our lives because we intentionally release it. You see what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and pull a Nocturna. Show me for Gemini, please. Show me for Gemini. Three cards popping out, Gemini. So you have Shark, you have Manta Ray, and you have Chambered Nautilus. Wow. All water cards, all animals of the deep. This hits deep. This hits deep, and it's emotionally, what I'm feeling is you need an emotional cleansing here. So let's get into Shark. Where are you, Sharky? Shark, fearlessness, confidence, drive, authority. As a scuba diver, I have seen many sharks in my lifetime, and every time one appears, it has a very commanding presence. To pull this card may mean that there is an opportunity that you need to take hold of. Always swimming, always moving forward. The shark reminds us to be active in life, not passive. Be fearless in getting what you want in life, and don't second guess yourself. Remember, however, to not bite off more than you can chew. Again, this urge, this pull to do things on your own, to be your own entity, to be sovereign in your life. Do it. It feels right. As a reader, it feels right. You may be dealing with something completely different, but for whatever this is, this feels right to take yourself into consideration, the deepest consideration, and moving forward towards that with most excellence. You have a lot of beautiful energy supported here for you when you take the time for yourself and make things happen. All right, Manta Ray, where are you? Manta Ray, grace, calmness. Despite being the world's largest ray, with a wingspan of up to 9 meters, the Manta Ray glides effortlessly through the water with grace and confidence. While manta rays will stay in the shallow waters and for feeding and mating, they can dive as deep as 450 meters. As with the depths of the ocean, the manta ray reminds us to explore the depths of our emotions with calmness and composure. Again, heavy water energy here. Some of you may be dealing with a water sign, Scorpio in particular. Some of you may be dealing with just somebody who is back and forth and uncertain about themselves, which is having a sadly a detrimental effect here, but it's causing an emotional disruption. For all of these oracle cards to be creatures of the deep, deep emotion, deep water, things that lurk beneath, it's all about emotion. It's all about change. So let's see. Change, healing, understanding yourself. Chambered Nautilus, where are you? Chambered Nautilus, sacred geometry, endurance, expansion. The chambered nautilus is a deep-sea mollusk that has endured for millions of years, since the time of the dinosaurs. The creature's shell is a marvel of nature. It features the Fibonacci spiral, which is found in both mathematics and in nature. As the nautilus grows, a new chamber is added to the shell to accommodate the creature's larger size. Just what I said, this is all about growth, understanding of the self, dealing with deep, deep emotions, changing the situation, but you're the one that gets to change it, Gemini. Okay, step into your power, trust yourself, move towards things that make sense for you. Be selfish. Don't be an asshole, but be selfish. Hold close to the things that matter and are vibrant for you. All right, I hope that this reading was helpful for you, Gemini. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you choose to donate to my channel, I ask that you please, well, I'm asking in general, please donate to my friend Tippett. He needs help. He needs financial assistance very much. And I greatly appreciate it. And I know he does. His life is needing that assistance. So I will see you guys next month. I love you. Good luck. And I hope that this was helpful for you. Take care. Bye-bye, Gemini.